I want to recap domain and range when it comes to quadratics and parabolas. And actually, I'll start with the domain recap, and it's going to be really fast. Domain for quadratics, no matter what the parabola is, if we're just looking at a basic parabola, not like a real world application, your domain will always be all real numbers every single time, because my parabola goes forever to the left and forever to the right. No matter if it shifts, if it flips, my domain is always all real numbers. My range isn't, though, so I wanted you to see a range one so you could be comfortable with it. So this one wants to know what the range of this function is, and it says you can use your graphing calculator, but I'm actually going to show you that you really don't need to. So if you think about what this looks like, this parabola flips upside down. It goes 4 to the right and it goes 3 up. So if we think about, I'm just going to draw a really rough sketch here. If we go 4 right and 3 up, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 up, and we draw a parabola, and that's as fancy as it needs to be. And you are welcome to use your calculator if it helps you make sure you know how it moves. So my range, when it is upside down like this, when it's flipped and reflected, it's going to be everything up until we get to that peak, to that 3. So my range is really focused on my y value, and my y value here for my vertex is 3. So that tells me that my range is everything from negative infinity until we get to 3. So the way we write that, anytime you have a negative infinity, you do need a parentheses. Let me get here. So negative infinity until we get to 3. And 3 is included, which is why I put a bracket around it. And then we submit that answer. Let me show you one that is flipped, or not flipped, excuse me, that isn't flipped. So let's look at a range one. Let's look at this one. So this one has a vertex that moves one space to the left, and that's it. It doesn't go up or down at all, and it does open upwards. So if I were to draw a picture of this one, I would draw a picture like this. I would go one space to the left, and I would draw a parabola like that. So my range is everything from the vertex. The y value of the vertex is 0, and it's everything from 0 up into infinity. So my range, the way I'm going to write that, is I'm going to go from 0 until I get to infinity. I always put a parentheses around infinity and submit. So let me then go back and show you for real world functions. Actually, I think that's everything I want to do with domain and range for that. So I want to make sure you're comfortable with that. Again, domain is all real numbers, and range really depends on if it opens up or down. If it opens up, then it's going to be from that y value to infinity. And if it opens upside down, it's going to be from negative infinity up until we get to that y value. And there you have it.